Alright, so we're going to do a Ragey deck profile before they kick us out the store. We're at the Dynasty Cup event, so yeah, let's go.
Yeah, this is my Ragey deck I've been playing around with. It's a fun deck. Haven't had too much success with it in tournaments, but it's still pretty nice. I think the deck's probably going to still get support next set, but for now, it's like highly defensive. It has trouble building up field, but it's still pretty nice. Have some nice control options to it. We started off Wherebat Ordinance. This is probably the best starter for Dark Irregulars right now.
Alright, Gabe.
Need to get some drinks, beer.
Domino Paris 21.
Watch out this salt wall.
Yeah. Best starter right now. You do Counter Blast 1, push in the Soul, Soul Blast 2, Soul Charge 2. You have 6 or more in Soul, you draw a card. So this is the best bang for your buck. You get Soul Blast, you get Soul Charge with 3 and a draw. So
yep, Soul Charge 3 and draw is always good.
Then the main OG is Sullivan. You didn't know his on-ride skill. You get to choose a card in the field, put up to 3 copies of that card into the Soul. And then his main ability is if you have 15 or more cards in Soul, he gives the card Super Guard. So basically everything gains 10k shield and Guardian Circle.
Yeah, this is a very defensive deck. So
yeah. The only thing is, anytime it's attacked, if you have 15 or more in the Soul, you have the Soul Blast too.
Yeah, so poke attacks hurt his Super Guard ability, even if they don't
rush
hit.
decks like Aqua Force, Nova Grapplers, and it gets multiple attacks. It really hurt the deck. We run 2 of the original bladewing Ragey. You know, he's only there for just because of recurrence. You know, if you want to get the 15k and 2 extra crits, but like he's still pretty nice pressure if you have to ride him or anything. He has the same on-ride ability as Bladewing Sullivan, so it's not that bad. 10k doesn't really hurt all that much with all the striding and everything. You'll only be striding most of the times, so it doesn't really cause much problems. Then the new card we have in the set is Recurrence. He's a Recurrence. What he do is when you're grade 3 with a Bladewing in his name, attacks. I mean, if it didn't hit, you Counter Blast 1, drop 3 cards, and ride from the Soul to stand. And his other ability is when it attacks. If you have the original Bladewing Ragey in the Soul, you Soul Blast 15. He gets 15k and 2 extra criticals. So it's a nice like last minute resort attack, and it's really good. It's a really good option to take out your opponent and everything. So that's pretty good. That's a really good. It's a nice option. On the grade 2s, this is probably the lineup that I haven't had much like a lot of. How do you say it?
I've been told to show you this by Tam.
Yes, you pause it.
Go ahead.
The first grade 2 is Bladewing Psychus. I had this at 4. It's a good card that when you call it, you Soul Charge 1 if you have a Bladewing, and if it's in the Soul of your card, you can Soul Blast and Soul Charge 2, so you get an extra one. So I just cut it down just because I wanted. There's other options I wanted to run in the deck. That's what I felt was it. Another card, I run 3 Doppelvampirs. His ability is Darkness. It's the new keyword for the clan. Darkness, since you Soul Charge that turn, if you have 6 or more in his cards in the Soul, it gets +5. And also, if you get 15k, if you have 15 or more in the Soul, he gains Silent Talon ability. So it's like the main attacker. I just run only 3 copies of this. Like I just wanted a lot more options to run this in the grade 2 lineup. Another grade 3 I run is I run 3 Gwyn the Ripper. I wasn't running him at first because I thought like, oh, you don't really need him, but I realized how important he is when there's like a lot of cards you want to get rid of on the field, like the grade 1s and everything. Like you want to get rid of Conros, you want to get rid of like those Broken Hearts, anything in Angel Feathers, all that. Like this, I didn't realize how important this card is until now.
Right.
So that's why I ran through it. And my last grade 2 is Flying Librarian. This card is like nice. It replaces itself. You use Counterblast 1, Soul Charge 2. You have 6 or more in the soul, you draw a card. You have 10 or more, you get to unflip. So he basically replaces himself, but you're also getting the soul, so it actually matters. So it's really nice. It's a really nice option. The only thing is the 8K. That's the only thing it has going for this bag.
Yeah. She's a good tech. She's a good technical.
On the grade 1s, I run 3 quintet walls. I run 3 quintet wall because in this deck, when you get to 15 or more cards in the soul with Sullivan, like this guard becomes unblockable basically. Like everything he calls out get 10K. Even the shield get 10K.
Yeah, even the shield gets 10K. So yeah, anything called grade 3, you can guard with grade 3s. The Sentinel units that have 0 shield, it'll gain 10K shield. So it's the ultimate wall. Your opponent's not getting through.
And also
most cases,
the ability where if you call it any grade 3s with the quintet, if any grade 3s is in the Guardian Circle, with this is in Guardian Circle, that grade 3 can go in the soul. So that's really good. It'll get you. It can get you. It'll be able to get you these cards into the soul when you need them the most.
And if you guard with a grade 3, in addition to this, if you did not get a grade 3 with this ability or with a grade 3, it'll still go off and put the grade 3 into the soul. So it's really good.
And I run the 1 perfect guard. I don't have any of the older. I'd rather run the older perfect guard.
I'd rather run the older ones, but
I don't have any. So
perfect guard's perfect. It is what it is.
Right. I run 4 Dimension Creepers. I wasn't running these at first. I was running Doreen, but I realized how important it is to get to the soul amount. So I just wanted it to be more consistent, getting to the amount of soul I need. So this is a really good card. It's the best ride target in the deck at grade 1.
Yep.
In my honest opinion. Run 4 Stride Enablers.
You want to stride.
And my last grade 1 spot is Bloody Calf. Like I said, I made it more control based. I wanted to be able to pop certain starters in grade 1s. Mostly grade 1.
She's like the clone of Gwen the Ripper, except she kills grade 1. She just kills grade 1 or less rear guards.
Yeah. It's still a nice card to have and everything. It's a 7K booster. If you have a counterblast, I mean, it's actually pretty nice. Pretty neat way to unflip damage in this deck.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you in a minute. But yes, nice card. Trigger lineup is 4 heal. You gotta run that. 3 of the stand trigger actually. The stand trigger. What you do is you put it on top of the deck. You shuffle the deck. You soul charge 1. If you have 6 or more cards in the soul, you unflip a damage. And if you have 10 or more, you can draw. So you're actually.
Yeah, it's a good card. It's a good card.
It's a good way to unput damage and replace itself. So that's options. Running 3 draw trigger. I was at first running like 4 stand and 8 crit, but then I realized how much if you need draw power, the deck needs draw power. You need to get rear guards. Also, it's an easy way to get 2 soul from this card. I just wanted as many triggers as possible that went to the soul. Right. That was my option right there. So then we run 6 critical. You gotta run
Margot clones.
And
shiny crit.
Yeah, basically. That's it. Now on to G-Zone.
P.S. I love Charlotte Vampire.
The main stride of the deck is bladewing Tybalt. Now this card is what has you survive the game. What it does is when you stride on this, when you have a bladewing heart, you send your whole drop zone back. If you have less than 15 cards in soul, you soul charge 5 from afterwards. This is so good because it allows you to recycle your resources and everything. Because with Sullivan, you're gonna be soul blasting cards out your soul each time you attack. You have less than 15, like more than 15 cards in soul. So that makes it so you're able to replenish soul, keep super guarding, and if you have 15 or when you stride into you already have 15, you still send cards back to the deck, but you get your whole front row getting 10k. I mean, front row rear guards. So that's pretty nice in itself. And then 4 Gilded Rays is still the best finisher for Dark Irregulars. No questions asked. I usually go into it if I know my opponent is like back against the wall and I think they cannot guard it. So that's probably the best. There's no reason why you shouldn't run this at 4 out. I don't know.
You gotta run 4.
You gotta run 4. So. And the last thing. No.
What you playing today?
Here.
You played me. Sorry.
You played
Here's this card is pretty nice too. It's a good option if you don't go to Tibble. What he does is Darkness, like I said, if you soul charge a turn, when it attacks, you soul charge 2, and if you have like 6 or more.
6 or more, yep.
6 or more, if it hits, you get to choose, your opponent chooses one of your cards to retire. But also, if you have 15 or more, it means 1k for each card in soul, so it's pretty nice. It's one of the only options you want to like stride into, really. And then it's a breeze, you know, you really want to get some certain cards off of it so you can use these, have abilities. Remember G Guardians? I actually run like 5 G Guardians. I run 4 of these and 1 of these. I run 4 of this because sometimes when I'm being pushed, everything, this replenishes soul. So you basically trade off the Sullivan. You soul blast 2. Like if you call this, you soul charge 2. You'll gain 5k and the 10k from Sullivan. And then,
Alright, Leo.
so basically you basically trade off the soul. That's the best part about it. And then this is if I actually really need
Protect my waifu.
protect myself.
Protect my waifu.
What it does is if you have 10 or more in soul, it gains 10k. And then also if you have 15 or more, you can choose any number of units. Give it.
You can give your entire field resist.
You can give it self resist and any other guardian. So against deep police, this is really key.
This is like the best card against deep police, yeah.
Card you can have. So it's good to have just one card. And also, there's anytime you don't have, if you don't have 15 cards in your soul, you just use this just to get the extra 10k. So it's actually pretty nice. You don't have to discard for it either. So
Yeah, you don't gotta discard for it. Alright guys, well they're kicking us out the store, so thank you for the deck profile and we'll see y'all later. Peace.